Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing the S.H.Figuarts Portgas D Ace from One Piece. Now this is a very special figure because it is part of the Figure Coliseum that they held last year. Sort of like a big sort of tournament style voting system where a bunch of sculptors would sort of pitch their figures and people would vote on it, and anything that won would become a real figure. And this is one of the winners. I think it's the first time they've ever done a Figure Coliseum Figuarts, like S.H.Figuarts. There were like a Figuarts Zero as well, which I think is another first time as well. And it's really cool that they were diversifying beyond just like the standard Crane Game prize figures. It is pretty cool. There is a reason why this figure is as accessorized as it is, as good as it is, the articulation's as crazy as it is, because it's one of the winners. So don't expect this from every single One Piece Figuarts from here on out. It is probably a one-time thing, and it is very, very cool, but it does not mean that this is the standard. I wish it was the standard, but it doesn't outright mean that this is the standard going forward. It is also an interesting figure, because Ace isn't really one of my favorites, but I think that he has the most range to make like one of the coolest figures ever. But I personally just don't think the character is as cool as he could be. And I don't know, he used to be my favorite, but I don't know, something over the years I just was like, oh yeah, he's fine. He's just not my favorite. Anyway, I digress. Let's move on to the figure itself. So taken out of the box, here's what Ace comes with, and it is a lot. So we've got the figure itself. He comes with 6 faces, 5 for him and 1 for Luffy, as is the custom. He has a bunch of different paired hands, he has some individual hands, and some really cool fire effect part hands as well. He's got his backpack, his hat, extra parts to either like hang it around his neck, have it separate, put it on his head with like alternative bangs and things. He's got a bunch of different fire effects that can slide on his wrists, on his ankles, I believe you can do that as well. And you can elongate one of the fire effects, you can shorten one of the fire effects, you can replace one of the hands entirely with a fire effect. It's just crazy. They went all out on this figure, and it is a really, really cool. So taken out of the box, here is Ace, and he looks very, very nice. Accurate to how I remember him from the series. Tall, a little bit lanky, but nicely detailed. Very simple design of just like mostly bare skin and his shorts, but it's all the small accents that really bring it to life. So like his tattoos, the one on his left arm with the Ace spelled out and the S crossed out, the white beard tattoo on his back, his necklace, which is attached into his neck so it doesn't hang around loose, which I love because I hate loose necklaces on figures, like posable figures. It's really annoying. His dagger can rotate around, which is cool. All the detailing on his pants are nice, boots nice. The actual loose bracelet on his wrist is interesting. The log pose on his wrist is cool. It is removable. I learnt that the hard way. But all of the fine detail work is absolutely fantastic on this figure, as well as all the sculpting of the musculature, the paintwork on his face. Everything looks really, really good. And here he is next to the Romance Dawn Luffy, so they pair very well together. I do like that Ace is taller than him. That tracks pretty well. And here he is next to the recently released Sabo. So it is kind of weird having multiple generations of characters right here, but it's sort of the only way you can get all the S.H.Figuarts together. I prefer the Romance Dawn Luffy over the time skip one, and it suits better with the Ace. But yeah, they all look rather good together, and I do like that you can finally have all posable brothers here in one place. Again, would have preferred Sabo to have his Dressrosa outfit, but it doesn't really matter ultimately. Now moving right on to posability, and it is pretty good. So he's got a ball joint at the head and the neck. The neck is designed a little bit differently to how we're used to with the S.H.Figuarts. His arm can move up that far, swivel at the upper arm, bend at the elbow, as well as ball hinge at the wrist. The shoulders are designed a little bit like Amazing Yamaguchi shoulders, which is kind of cool. And they can butterfly in sort of awkwardly, but it looks pretty nice. There is a ball joint at the upper chest, as well as this like hinge in his abs, as well as a swivel at the waist, which allows for really good posing and bending, and it really works well with the tattoo and just general action posability. It's really cool. The dagger can rotate around, doesn't really get in the way of anything. His pants are a soft plastic, so he can do the splits that far, kick forward and back that far, rotate at the pants, bend at the knee, as well as a swivel at the ankle, pivot at the ankle, hinge, and bend at the toes. It's a crazy pivot and it gets you some really nice range of motion, but it is a little bit difficult to get the hinge working just right on the toes, even though you don't really need it that much. So some pretty crazy and really good posability. Really a absolute highlight of the S.H.Figuarts line, and in particular the One Piece line, because One Piece line in general has been average to a little above average. There've been some good figures, but not like great figures, and it's finally nice to have like a universally, this is absolutely fantastic figure. And again, just a standout in S.H.Figuarts, not just a standout in the One Piece S.H.Figuarts line. Now for faces, Ace comes with a standard smiling face out of the box, which looks really nice. He's got a mouth open shouting face. He's got an eyes closed smiling face. He's got a puffed up cheeks snoring face with the little sleep bubble coming out of his nose, which is cool because I think it's like he was narcoleptic after eating food and stuff. So it's really nice comedic face that is really, really unique. I like stuff like this. And he also has a teeth gritted angry face. All of these faces are also compatible with his hat. I didn't film every single face with the hat, just for expediency's sake, because I was filming a lot of these reviews all at once, so we're just moving along as we can. And the alternate face for Luffy is an eyes closed, mouth open, smiling face, which looks nice too. It is similar to some of the faces we've had before, but you know, it's fine if you don't have, like, say, the Yamato. This is a good stand-in for the face, and it's a better figure to have than the Yamato. Even though Yamato is a nice figure, it's just like it's not the best out of the line, and I know that some people are a bit, you know, iffy on them as a character, and they don't really stand out that much or stick around all that much in the franchise, so it makes sense to get like Ace over Yamato, especially if it comes with a face like that for Luffy. It sort of makes reasons for the general collector not to bother getting that just for the Luffy DLC face. But with all of those accessories, you can go wild on Ace, and it is absolutely incredible. Some of the poses are a bit tricky to get around to, like his backpack is difficult to pose just right because there's a lot of weight there, but he does have a hand to sort of grip the strap, so that's nice. And he's lightweight, so you can pose him in the air just fine. All of the accessories are fairly easy to pop on and off. Some of the ones that plug directly into the fire effect when you remove a hand is a little bit difficult, especially on his left hand with the log pose and bracelet, but I think that that's the reason why the log pose is removable. But it all looks fantastic. The variety on display here is incredible. Even just like the slight transition in the hands that have like the fire effects of like turning from the skin color into like brighter and brighter orange is a really, really nice touch. The straight up replacement Fire Fist hand looks incredible. I love that you can see the fist in it. He poses dynamically, no issue at all. Looks absolutely fantastic. The detail on all the faces again is fantastic. He can sit down without any issues, which sometimes is a real difficult thing for these figures. The soft goods is like, I don't even like the soft goods that much on this figure, but it's really cool to have them. It works a lot like the Akatsuki robes for the Naruto line, just without the clip at the front. I like the coat, but I don't like the scarf. The scarf feels either a little bit too long or a little bit too thick, and the wire in it is pretty hard to deal with. But in general, I still really like it. It feels like a bonus because you're getting so much with this figure. It's insane. The main fire effect part that you put on one of his arms has an expandable part for a shorter or longer fire effect, which changes the expression even more for the figure. It's absolutely crazy what you can pull off. All of these fire effects are also compatible with the Sabo, and effectively any other S.H.Figuarts that has the same ball joint, but in particular the Sabo, so you can have even more cohesion with these figures and open up a pretty okay standard release figure to even more possibilities. And it's just insane how much you can get out of this. And I had so much fun posing this, no issues at all. Everything I could see on like promo images I could achieve with minimal to no effort, and I really, really enjoy this figure. It is an absolute standout from the entire line, and I wish more One Piece figures were like this. I wish more S.H.Figuarts figures were like this. It is absolutely fantastic. Says so much more that Ace isn't even one of my favorites, and this is an absolute incredible standout figure. And if one of my favorite characters got a figure of this level, it'd be even better. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video. I wish we could get more stuff like this. It is absolutely deserving of the Colosseum win, and is an absolute must-have from the line. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.